Welcome to BizBaby. In this chapter, we will talk about legal stuff, passive and active legal defenses. Most first and second time small business owners get absolutely frozen when they hear the words legal or lawsuit. Let's warm you up a little and get you more comfortable navigating these topics. Let's get prepared together. When starting your first or second business, setting legal defenses is not on your list of priorities. Matter of fact, you might not even know of such a thing. Disclaimers: BizBaby or me is not your legal counsel. Always consult with your lawyer before considering using any of the material in this or any other video from our channel. So the list of protections go. Protecting yourself from company liabilities, personal responsibilities to IRS, contractual relationships of yourself as an officer to the company, protecting yourself as guarantor on purchases or agreements, establishing employment contracts for key employees such as managers, creating employee handbooks, outsourcing contracts, splitting company into sub-companies, protecting intellectual property, and trademark protections. Don't directly own your business. Create a layer of protection between you and operations. Create a company that owns your business and its shares. That way, if you need to split your business into different entities or add additional investor or even sell it, it's going to be done by your umbrella business. When you form a company, you list a responsible party to IRS. If a company's list of officers or owners change, you need to make sure to update the responsible party. As an officer of the company, you are responsible for some part of the business operation. For example, in a company, treasury is in charge of the company's finances, but not its day-to-day operations. You want that to be written in the contract. The treasury might sign payroll checks, but not know employees' hours and schedule. And in case of labor dispute, you want to be protected. More so, I suggest using stamp signatures to be even more removed from the actual check signing process. Order a stamp for your signature. You can do that online and it's easy and cheap. Keep in a safe place, of course. Only allow trusted people access to it. Review all the carbon copies of made checks every week. As a business owner, you will be required to guarantee some of the purchases and leases. In some cases, you might get away without it, with some extra payment as a deposit. When it's absolutely required, create a document of all debt and contracts you are guaranteed, and list the dates by which the guarantee or the debt date is settled or it's over. After a while, this can get messy and you might forget some of the things you actually guaranteed in the past. The next one: in large companies, every employee has an employment contract. However, it almost never happens in smaller businesses. However, consider having one with your key employees, such as management. You don't want them to wreak havoc and leave like nothing happened. The next one is creating an employee handbook for every employee and update them from time to time. It's important to know that it's not an actual employment contract and they are hired at will and can leave or can be terminated without a reason, unless your state doesn't have employment at will. The next one is, do you outsource part of your business to a different company? Did you know that in some legal cases, if company you outsource to runs into a legal problem, some of it could be potentially placed onto you? If the offensive side considers that your relationships with them are enough to include your business in a lawsuit too, you might run into some serious problems. Unless you have a contract in place that protects you as a business owner and your company. Filing a lawsuit against anyone is cheap. Defending yourself from it is expensive. The next one is splitting the company? Are you crazy, you ask? Imagine you're a bakery that also delivers baking goods to restaurants and hotels, and you have 3 to 4 full-time drivers. What you really have now is a bakery store and a logistics business. To go one step further, you also have a management company that does employee management. So technically, your employees don't work for you. They work for another company and you hire their staff and manage the operations. That way, any labor disputes or union issues are one step removed from your actual business. The next one is, when hiring any of the outside firms or contractors, always have a contract in place that says any of the intellectual property that created by them belongs to you. By default, a freelancer that creates a website for you owns the code, even though you paid for it. Unless that is written in a contract, of course. You got that. The next one is trademarks. File a trademark application. It's cheap and it's worth it. To file a trademark costs $400 to $500 and it protects your brand on so many levels. For example, BizBaby store. One of our brands started getting a lot of traffic on Google search, and one of the competitors decided to take advantage of that. No good. They started running Google ads pretending to be us. Many customers were clicking on those ads and going onto their website and placing an order with them instead. Thankfully, we had trademarked our brand name 10 months before that. So we opened the trademark violation case with Google and were able to force the other company to stop it. Definitely worth $450 trademark application. Let's summarize everything we talked about in this chapter. Protecting yourself, number 1, protecting yourself from companies' liabilities. 2, personal responsibility to IRS. 3, contractual relationships of yourself as officer of the company. 4, protecting yourself as guarantor on purchases or agreements. 5, establishing employment contracts for key employees such as managers. 6, creating employee handbook. 7, outsourcing contracts. 8, splitting company into sub-companies. 9, protecting your intellectual property. And 10, trademark protections. Congratulations! Now you know how to set up proper legal protections for your business baby. Thank you for watching and see you in the next chapter. Bye.